Hello, my dear students. Welcome back to the lecture. So, in this lecture, we'll try to see from the first floor level, ground floor level, we did everything, isn't it? Up to the ground floor roof or first floor slab, all the concreting, shuttering, everything we have done. Now we'll come to the first floor and we'll try to see how much column concreting has to be done. That means, again, I'll go to the first floor layout now. Okay, this first floor layout. You can see all the columns here. So I'll try to find the column quantities and all. So again, now how I'm going to write it is first floor up to the second floor column height I need to find, right? Because this is my first floor. From here up to the second floor, right? This height I need to find now. So to put it in a better way, I can explain you in this way also. Yeah, see, this is what I'm supposed to find. Okay, right now I did everything. So let us say this was my ground floor level. Okay, and I reach up to this level. First floor is done. Now I'll come to the first floor. I'll again find the height of this column. This column height I'm going to find. Okay, up to the top of the slab, that is up to the top of the second floor slab. Then again the column shuttering, the column concreting, and then your second floor roof shuttering and slab centering I'm going to do. Getting my point? This is how we need to proceed. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do, there is nothing much changes, because if you see the drawing clearly in the first floor layout, no, whatever columns we had here, whatever columns we had in the ground floor or in the plinth beam layout, the same columns are there in your first floor also. So that means you just have to copy paste from there. Like I mentioned you last time also, you could have even multiplied it three into three also, but we'll not do that. You see here, just go through the drawing everywhere, wherever columns you had in ground floor, the same columns are coming in the first floor also. So what I did, very simple. These things, whatever I had written here, no, initially, this in the ground floor level, whatever things I had written it here, I'll say Control C, and I'll come here and I'll paste it here, Control V. Same thing, nothing will change. First, we'll find the shuttering quantity. Again, shuttering quantity also will remain same. I mean, number also remains same. Length is perimeter, that already I've done the calculation. Height, again, if you want, you can come here. Height, now we are coming from first floor to second floor. I'll go to the section of that. Okay, see, first floor to roof floor it is, or let us say second floor. See, from first floor to the roof floor, the top, what is the height again? It is 3.33 meter. Okay, so shuttering height is 3.33 meter. So in the Excel sheet, I have done an input of 3.33. Just in case, let us say in your drawing, instead of 3.33 meter, I'll give one value here. Let us say if it was some 3.5 meter, let us consider. Sometime it happens if it is a commercial building and all. Maybe in the second floor, if you're putting a commercial space and all, like there are few buildings where in the first two floor it will be commercial, then it will be a residential. Let us say if it was 3.5 here, then what I would have done, I would have come to the Excel sheet, I would have done 3.5 entry here. Okay, very simple. Rest all things nothing, so the quantity also remains same. But one thing you need to understand, if you look the drawing properly, if you look into the drawing properly, this is ground floor, come to the first floor, you can see there's one additional column which is coming here. See here, there's one column here, and what they have written, floating column C5 starting at first floor level. That means this column was not there in the ground floor. I'll go back to the ground floor. Let me go to the ground floor. You see, is there any column in this region? No, there is no column in this region, right? But whereas if I'm coming to the first floor, in the first floor, I have a column here. So they have written floating column C5 starting at first floor level. That means this one column I need to add in my Excel sheet. So I need to add one more row here. Yeah, I need to add one more row. What I can do, see, if you want to add one more row, just select here and we need to click Control and plus. Okay, not plus. How to do that? Control plus. Okay, wait. Okay, so it should be Control Enter. Yeah, Control plus. Control, click on Control and plus. One row will be added. A row is added. I'll write the column name. It is C5 column. Okay. And what is the size of that? I don't know. I'll go back here. I'll go back to the AutoCAD and let me search for the size of this. I can directly take a size from here. Else it is mentioned here. C5 column, no? So go to the column schedule. If it is written, it should be here in the column schedule, C5. Yeah, C5, it is written here, C5. Okay. The size, okay, size this guy has not mentioned. C5 column size, no problem. I'll directly take from the AutoCAD drawing only. Okay. Yeah. So this is my C5 column. Size I want. I'll take the dimension option. Let me select here. Okay, this is 350 and this should be 200. Obviously, it will be 200 only. Yeah, it is 200. The size is 200 by how much? 350, right? I'll write here. So C5 column, which is 200 by 350. You can close the bracket also. Yeah, done. And now just drag the same thing in this way. Okay, drag it. And this will be 1. Okay, how many columns are there? I'll show you what exactly is a floating column. First, you try to do this calculation. Later, I'll explain you. Okay. Yeah, C5 column square meter 1. Okay. Again, shuttering quantity. This will be how much? The shuttering quantity, you write it properly. 0.2 plus 0.35 plus 0.2 plus 0.35. Okay. Enter 1.1. And this height will be height will be 3.3 meter only because it will go to the top of the first floor. So now the shuttering quantity will be 44.19, whereas in the previous case it was 40.19 because there was no C5 column here. You check, there is no C5 column here. Okay, and this is C5 column. You can even write, in order to differentiate, you write here floating column so that you get an idea. Okay, floating column. Yeah, floating column. Got it? Fine. Now we'll understand what exactly is a floating column. See, sometimes we'll have one is normal column. That means you have a footing and over there the column is coming. For example, if you check here, it will started from the basement. I mean, it started from the foundation level and this was your neck column and this was your first floor column. Now, what exactly is a neck column? Sorry, what exactly is a floating column? A floating column is a one which doesn't have a foundation, but it will start from any roof level. That means, or any floor level. That means, for example, if I introduce one column here, this becomes my floating column. Why? Because this column doesn't have any support in the bottom. It started from this floor level. So it is called as floating column. For example, see here. You see this column. Okay. This column started from this floor level. Is there any column beneath that? No. It started from this. Hence it is called as floating column. Okay. You're getting my point? So now your question may come. How do you try to construct such columns? See, such columns are very simple. I mean, there's nothing much problem. Like I say, if this is my beam, if this is my beam, okay, this is my beam. On this beam, I'll put the reinforcement of the column. I'll insert the reinforcement of the column. So if this is a reinforcement of a column, I'll bring it here. And this L shape, that is a development length, I'll put it inside the beam. Okay. And then the column casting will happen. In the same way, this column reinforcement will come. This is the longitudinal bar. This longitudinal bar I'll bring. This longitudinal bar I'll bring. And I'll take that bar inside this slab or inside this beam. You're getting my point. So that is how the construction will happen. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. You got my point. So this was about the floating column and I've explained you how it has to be done. Now the same thing you should copy here also. What I'll do, I'll copy this part. I'll say Control C and I'll bring it here. I'll say Control V. So this will be in cubic meter. This will be 1 and this I need to take out. What it will be? It will be 0.2 here and it will be 0.35 here and height will be 3.3. So how much concrete quantity is required in your first floor? So again, 5.94 concrete quantity is required. Whereas here it was how much? It was 5.81. Here it became 5.94. Okay. Because of one C5 column, the concrete got increased. So this is how we are supposed to find the concrete quantity and the shuttering quantity for your first floor level. So I written it here. Wait. First floor. I should write first floor. Total. Yeah. Total. First floor column concrete quantity. Okay. So total first floor column shuttering quantity, total first floor column concrete quantity I have done. Finish. After this, what is left out? After this, again, beam shuttering, beam concreting, slab centering, and slab concreting is left out, which we did in the earlier case. No, in the ground floor, we did the same thing. You have to copy and do it. There is no changes in that. Okay, that's how it is. So I hope you have enjoyed my lecture up to here. We'll see you back in the next lecture. Thank you.